Hey there, everyone. Hope everyone had a good weekend. I sure did. I visited my family in Ohio, but it's also good to be back in the swing of things. Just taking a look at current water vapor imagery, see it generally flows out of the west and bringing in a lot of moisture into California, where they're seeing some good soaking rains along the coast and probably some mountain snow into the Sierra Nevadas, which is a good thing because drought conditions have improved, especially across parts of Northern California over the past few weeks. Also some moisture pushing in, mid to upper level moisture pushing into parts of the central plains in the Ohio Valley. That's associated with a kind of a weak shortwave trough, which I'll just show you right up here. No, not there. Those are lapse rates. Here's 300 millibars. Yeah, you can just see a little kink in the overall upper air pattern, but really not too much to talk about. Also, kind of a flat ridge over the eastern part of the country. And of course, we know ridging is associated with warm air advection below that, which is a source for ascent. So out ahead of this weak shortwave, we are actually having to deal with a little bit of severe weather across parts of the Ohio River Valley tonight into tomorrow. More on that in just a couple of minutes. Yeah, overall flow is just fairly zonal, which usually means downsloping winds for us east of the Front Range, and that usually corresponds to warmer temperatures for us here in Denver, which we certainly saw today. I believe we hit 60, 61 degrees, 63 degrees. I'd have to double check, but we're in the low 60s here today in Denver, which is well above our average high of 45 degrees for this time of year. So yeah, good 15 to 20 degrees above our seasonal high. Let's see. Oh, yeah, radar. So talked about maybe how to deal with a little bit of severe weather across parts of the Ohio River Valley this evening into tomorrow. As you can see here, a few showers and actually a few thunderstorms moving into parts of southern Indiana and Ohio. Cincinnati should see some action in the next couple of hours. But these showers and thunderstorms are actually they're elevated, which is normally what we see north of a warm front. And elevated storms, usually you can kind of cross off the tornado risk with most of these storms. Usually elevated convection is associated with large hail and damaging winds. As you can see here, I'll just pull up the soundings. Yeah, this is the 12Z sounding from, I think, Wilmington, Ohio this morning. So that's 7 a.m. Eastern time, the time of this. But yeah, veering wind profile in the low levels, so that implies warm air advection. That's the clockwise turning of the winds with height. Dew points in the mid-20s, so 26-degree dew point. But look at the increase in moisture in just 12 hours. 18-degree jump in dew point in just 12 hours, so 44-degree dew point there. And you can actually see there's a little sliver of CAPE, level free convection rooted around 850 millibars. So CAPE is not really rooted at the surface. It's mostly above that, so elevated convection is what we refer to that as. And yeah, even maybe some steeper lapse rates aloft. Oops, I lost it there. See what this reads out. 6.8 C per kilometer in the mid-level. So yeah, fairly steep, especially this far east into the Ohio River Valley. And of course we have that long hodograph, which implies strong, deep layer vertical wind shear. It's 66, 0 to 8 kilometer wind shear, 66 knots, so pretty strong. Let's see, what else? So yeah, mainly large winds. Large hail and damaging winds will be the main threat with these storms here, and you can see there's a low-level jet. This is the 18Z GFS. I think 0Z should be coming in just about now, but you can see right now we have 50 knot low-level jet, the Ohio River Valley. So what that tends to do is some of these stronger showers and thunderstorms with the downdrafts, they can transport some of these stronger winds that are roughly 1.5 kilometers above the surface. They can transport these winds down to the surface. So that's how we can actually see some damaging winds at the ground. Yeah, just current surface observations, just fairly broad southerly flow in the warm sector, which is common to see. You can see a little bit of a warm front draped across parts of central Missouri. That's Columbia, 57 degrees. Just south of that, let's see, that's Rolla, Missouri. Yeah, 62 degrees. So you can see the winds shift more out of the east, southeast once you're along or north of the warm front, and straight southerly flow to the south of the front. So yeah, elevated convection is fairly common to the north of the warm front. But yeah, Chicago, I think hit 55 degrees today, which broke a record for them. Just unbelievable warmth for this time of year, especially that far north. So certainly remarkable here. Colorado, a little bit of a different story, just mainly quiet, dry, but mild. Yeah, 61, 63 degrees today. I have to double check on that. But well above average for this time of year, and temperatures still fairly mild, especially with the downsloping flow. Winds mainly out of the west or northwest at this time, so enjoy the mild evening. A few more of those days to come, especially tomorrow and a Friday, when then we start to see some changes, possible changes into the weekend. But yeah, enjoy the mild weather. We could even push 70 degrees on Friday, so it'll be nice, good weather to get out and bike and hike and enjoy the warmth. All right, so yeah, I mentioned that low-level jet across parts of the Midwest and Ohio River Valley, and as we know, low-level jets increase low-level vertical wind shear, so certainly that can contribute to a damaging wind threat, tornado threat, not so much because most of these storms are elevated. But anyways, enough of that. Did want to mention that there's a jet that I think I mentioned over parts of Oregon pushing the Great Basin at this hour. That will be kind of nosing into our neck of the woods tomorrow night, and we're going to be in what we call you split up your jet into 4 quadrants here. We're in looks like the right exit region, so that is not a favorable spot for upward vertical motion or upper level divergence. So while in Wyoming, where they're in the left exit region, they might see some snow showers, but here, especially with that zonal flow, maybe a slight northwesterly component, I'm looking pretty high up, granted, so let's move down to 700 millibars. But yeah, with the upper level convergence over us, we shouldn't really see much in the way of any precipitation here, at least in Denver. But yeah, generally, tomorrow night, flow, again, strong out of the west, so just downsloping east of the Front Range. So it could actually be a windy night, which tends to keep our temperatures fairly mild, actually, so I wonder if anyone will be able to squeeze out a rain shower or two. But I think the best chances for any rain and or snow will be north along the Wyoming border, if not north of that. I'm just going to take a look at the upper air pattern. This 500 millibar geopotential height anomalies from the 18Z JFS. 0Z should be coming out right about now, but we'll just look at the 18Z because I'm just focusing on the pattern now. I'm not going to get too far into specifics, but yeah, zonal flow, this is the analysis hour. That's the analysis hour, but flow's mainly zonal, which means east to west. So downsloping for us, and then really just kind of stays that way, and then we start to see mid-level ridging build back into Colorado and the western half of the country. And Friday, yeah, we could be talking about highs near 70 degrees. So just, I think our record high is 71 degrees in Denver on Friday. So have a good shot at tying it, I'd say. But we shall see more details on that later. Maybe I'll do one of these later in the week. But yeah, ridging holds strong through Friday. Then the flow kind of flattens out, and then this is our next system of interest. Low kind of becomes, I wouldn't say cut off, but closed off across parts of Arizona and California, and then just a matter of where it lifts off and how far south it digs. I mean, our ideal setup would be closed low, maybe southeastern Colorado, but yeah, really, this is going to have to be monitored. So yeah, this could produce quite a bit of snow for Denver, or it could produce almost no snow for Denver, if not any snow for Denver. So yeah, stay tuned. Follow Weather 5280. We do we try and keep everyone updated, but we do some good work. So yeah, stay tuned to us at Weather 5280. Anyways, I'm getting exhausted, so I'll try and do one of these soon. But everyone have a good evening, and yeah, take care.